So we are here in EPW, the Women Emerald Entertainment, and up first we have Lily Ramirez taking on Sarah Abbott. So obviously Sarah Abbott made quite the name for herself on the independent scene, and has now been asked for one match. Has now been asked to come here to face Lily Ramirez, obviously on a 10-match winning streak. On the independent circuit, Sarah Abbott. So Lily Ramirez will have to face up tonight, step up tonight. And Sarah Abbott now, as she makes her way into that ring, current UFC fighter. So currently a UFC fighter. So to see what she will bring to the ring here tonight, Sarah Abbott makes her way to the ring. So Sarah Abbott will look to defeat
as we ready for singles action by
Lily Ramirez.
These two competitors.
In both these women making their EPW debut, except at this point in time, Sarah Abbott is only here for this one match. But still, both these women make their EPW debut nonetheless. So this match will get underway. Lily Ramirez, as you can see, she is ready. Sarah Abbott, as you can see, is ready.
You can feel the electricity running.
Big elbow. Oh, an elbow straight out of the gate. Lily Ramirez with a snapmare now and a kick to the back.
The only thing that would make this match more enjoyable to watch would be if I was calling it without.
And Lily Ramirez picking up Sarah Abbott with a reversal and a scissors, snapmare, crucifix thing, and an arm drag by Lily Ramirez and a kick right to the side of the chest. And an Irish whip into the corner. And they're going for a cross body, but didn't look, or a splash, something like that. Didn't look quite to get it in this Russian leg sweep and a kick right to that chest. What is this? Snapmare again. This time going for a body lock into that grapple, trying to wear down Sarah Abbott, using those UFC grappling skills to her advantage. Obviously, UFC, MMA.
Doesn't mean it's the end of the road for her. Not by a long shot.
So, and back once again into that grapple lock, not letting out. Wearing down, the more you can wear down your opponent, but a couple elbows by Sarah Abbott. And Ramirez with a bulldog.
Delivered with force. Oh, using the knee as a...
And of course, I might mention Paige Harris, also former UFC fighter. So whether we see them and into the pin one, in just a one count.
Way too early.
What is this? Again into that scissor lock. Again, trying to wear her down. Putting these UFC skills to good use. And letting her out. The reversal.
Quickness there.
Trying to stun Lily Ramirez, and Lily Ramirez on the receiving end of a head scissor snapmare.
Look at this, Byron.
And now this time into a head scissor lock, but able to get out of it, Ramirez.
You have to wonder how much damage was done.
And the receiving end of a airpull. And into that head scissor again. And able to get out.
Escapes it. Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked in fully, Michael.
What is this? Pulling that leg. Obviously, it's bare hands and bare feet.
You gotta believe this one's over.
What is this? Again, pulling to that leg. But this time, pulling backwards as well as forwards. And into a bow and arrow. That knee right in between the shoulder blades. Putting pressure between those shoulder blades by pulling those Arms right back. And elbows to the midsection. And again, just grabbing that mask. This time, Lily Ramirez grabbing that mask and just slamming her into the mat. What is this? Picking her up. Spinning her around. An aeroplane spin. Into a TKO.
That's what she needed.
That may just send her night-night. Just send Lily Ramirez out. Lily Ramirez may just pick up the victory.
She better do
into the submission. Lily Ramirez could win by submission. And yes, Lily Ramirez picks up the victory, but still not letting go. And Lily Ramirez picks up the victory here in EPW.
A lot of action in that match. Let's have a look.
You can see some of these highlights.
Highlight for one superstar.
And this aeroplane spin.
Every single minute of this one was memorable.
You can see this submission there. Just relentless pulling at that back. Just pulling at the back and went and all nowhere to go. Right there, Villa Rose, but couldn't get out of the hold. And all she had to do was tap. Lily Ramirez picks up the victory here in EPW in her debut match. Just decimating Sarah Abbott, bringing an end to Sarah Abbott's winning streak.
It'll be interesting to see the fallout following this big singles win here tonight.
Not here in EPW, but an end nonetheless. So we are here with our next match, and it is Sarah Saber taking on Isabella Walker. So Excellence versus Outlaws. Once again, obviously Sarah Saber, a part of the Outlaws with her older brother James Saber, and of course the Outlaws made up of the Bandit, Jessie Reed,
What should we expect to see here?
Jack Hayabusa, Adrian Sarkozy, Zach Tyson, Tyler Black. I think I covered them all. And Excellence, of course, being made up of the Outcast, Triple C, Bloodline, formerly Travis Turner as well, but Travis Turner no longer a part of it. And then I think it was, I don't know exactly who it was, but another woman star. But Sarah Saber, of course, making her way to the ring. So, Sarah Saber, the younger brother, like I said before, of James Saber,
Sounds like this arena is more than ready
will look to pick up a victory against Isabella Walker. So Queen Black is the other star, is the other Excellence member. So Queen Black, who's currently not contracted with EPW, but you never know now that Isabella Walker is a part of Excellence. Whether we will see a tag team match in the future, who knows? Sarah Saber, Isabella Walker, they stare right into each other.
Is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen.
And a big kick to the midsection.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
Sarah Saber on the receiving end of the forearm, right to the face.
Without you two bozos interrupting me. Impact.
Sarah Saber almost got an elbow to the face, but I think she just missed it. And a moonsault, but by Isabella Walker, but out of the way rolls. Thing. This is an Extreme Rules Falls Count Anywhere, so Extreme Rules plus Falls Count Anywhere. As you can see, that city skyline on the barricade, and face first into the apron.
Guys, you never know what you're going to see in a match like this. And if you need proof,
it looked like a super kick.
Bryan versus Kane from Extreme Rules 2014.
Grabbing a ladder out, Sarah Saber looks to use the ladder to her advantage, but not able to. Get the ladder in time. What is this? A suplex, dropping her right on the back of the neck, and a kick out at 1. And Isabella Walker grabbing the energy from the air. Sarah Saber kind of backing off for a bit, and oh my God, just slamming her head right onto that mat, onto the outside. And she wipes the sweat off her face. Looks to kind of compose herself. And an elbow right to the gut. Sarah Saber jumps over now. We're back into the ringside. Where are we going now? Right onto the announce table.
I'll tell you, watching Extreme Rules matches make me happy. My in-ring days are behind me. You talk about a treacherous environment to compete in.
And again, using that ladder.
Jeez, that's gonna hurt. She is on fire. She's looking at it.
What is this? Grabbing those legs.
Oh, nasty.
Down.
Here's her chance.
And looks to go for the pin. Will she pick up the victory? 1, 2, and no, just a 2 count. Not quite a 3 count. Not quite enough to pick up the victory. And a kick right to the back of the head. I don't think Isabella Walker expected that kick. And she runs back into the ring to try and take advantage, just stomp right to that arm. They're pushing her off. And again, grabbing that energy from the sky. Looks to go for a boxing hook there, and it kicks in midsection.
Victory is on the horizon. Let me tell you, the human body was
drop kick, another drop kick.
Like that. Getting it done. I think she's
this is a neck breaker. Isabella Walker has all the momentum.
I'm having a hard
He's grabbing the chair.
what they're going to do next.
And no, almost used the chair, but a kick to the midsection. And a slap by Sarah Saber.
She goes for the cover.
1, 2, and no, just a looked like a 1.5 count. I don't think the referee got down for 2. And a kick to the back, but Walker able to shake it off. And look, I almost going for a drop kick, but I think changing last minute into a Hurricanrana. 1, 2, no, just a 2 count kick out. But how much energy did that use? Did Walker use? And Saber setting up. Could this be it? Could this be the turning point in the match? No. Setting up now. And shades of her older brother James Saber. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, my lord! A kick out.
What is keeping this competitor going?
2 3/4, but it looks of almost counted 3 a millisecond later, and that would have been it. As we spill on the outside again.
Here tonight, I'm pretty shocked to see her.
But how much damage did Isabella Walker take? And the referee, for some reason, just grabbing the chair and chucking it out of the ring.
For much of this match, nailed it. Eludes that one.
Chucking her all the way out there, and Isabella Walker looks frustrated.
She's calling her out.
Isabella Walker now setting up. And an elbow.
We've arrived. It's about time.
Face first. Could this be it?
Goes for the cover.
Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. Isabella Walker picks up the victory.
History. What a win.
Against Sarah Saber.
And here's a look back at some of the action from the previous match.
You can see some of these highlights. That slap.
Oh, I can't believe this. Check this out. She proves she has what it takes to be one of the best in the business.
Here is your winner, the Prodigy, Isabella Walker.
Big win here, guys. I could watch them go at it each and every week.
And so, as we head into our third matchup Angel will take on Danielle Elijah in a tables matchup. So obviously, as you have noticed, a big change of cards here. Last minute, as some of the stars not able to get to the building, so we had to change some of the cards up. So obviously, that is why we have had some few changes here, but nonetheless, still EPW rolls on. EPW still puts on a show.
And Michael, it sounds to me like this crowd already picked the one who they want to win this match.
So EPW, of course, Angel still hasn't been able to pick up a victory, but Danielle Elijah has. So could this change of momentum? Could there be a change of tides where Angel picks up a victory and ends a 2-match losing streak? Or will it be the other way around? And as now we wait, Danielle Elijah.
And her opponent, from St. Louis, Missouri, Danielle Elijah.
Elijah makes her way to the ring.
Get ready, guys.
Danielle Elijah, she makes her way to the ring.
These two superstars have been waiting all day to get their hands on each other.
She looks across into the camera. Danielle Elijah. I mean, I think this is the first tables matchup. So it's along with Angel, their first tables matchup here in EPW. They square off against one another for the first time in EPW. For the first time in any other company. And Angel straight out of the ring.
We're gonna find out who the better superstar is. Man, my body hurts just
walking around, looks to grab that table.
One of these competitors is about to go through.
And a Russian leg sweep. Look like he's shot to the midsection. A couple elbows. And chucking her across the ring.
It shouldn't be a shame.
Angel now, he got some control.
Intense tables matches we've seen in recent memory. At the 2015 TLC event, the Dudleys called on their Extreme brothers Tommy Dreamer and
Danielle Elijah up in the ring only to make a table.
Elimination tables match.
This match could be over quick.
Everywhere that night. And in classic ECW fashion, so were the trash cans.
This match could be over fairly quickly, guys. No. A reversal.
2015's TLC event with the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino versus the Wyatts was chaos from the second All-8
onto the table.
Braun Strowman was also
This
the destruction of all
face first.
Team Extreme, but the ECW originals kept their focus on making sure each member of the Wyatt family crashed through a table.
The ECW's
laying her out on the table.
Clashed with the Wyatt's drive to destroy anyone.
This, oh no, trying to chop at the midsection, but just connect in both hands.
And they didn't look back. Bubba Ray took on the Wyatts with everything he had, but the power of the Wyatt family was just too much.
Double knees.
Braun Strowman
is falling onto both knees.
Through the final table. Through Kofi Kingston's career, the exciting superstar has competed in several types of WWE matches. It didn't take
that arm.
Kofi to get comfortable in the tables match environment. At 2011's TLC event, Kingston took on the Celtic Warrior Sheamus in a tables match for the United States Championship. Kofi was impressive in the
close line to the back of the neck. And now setting up this table once again, but this time Danielle Elijah setting up the table.
Kofi Kingston's tables match against Sheamus at 2011's TLC.
And into a headlock.
Some people feel that match was one of the turning points for Kingston.
I want to be careful here with this table.
Fun-loving nature took a back seat to a more focused and offensively aggressive
face first.
Kofi Kingston's focus was leaving TLC the new United States champion.
Drag her to the table.
Paid off, Michael. Kofi seized opportunity when Sheamus made
face first again.
He drilled the Celtic Warrior with the
and now a fireman's carry this time by Danielle Elijah.
Fly from the top rope and put Sheamus right through the table to earn the United States Championship.
You want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking
reversal.
Extreme?
The first time many fans saw somebody put through a table was in 1984. Randy Macho Man Savage drove Ricky Morton of the
He's
Rock and
putting
Roll
her up on the table.
to a table with a pile driver at the
Slamming that arm.
Corey, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines. The pile driver was utilized when Terry
I thought she was going to jump.
Flair on a table at WCW's Wrestle War 89 pay-per-view.
And Angel just rolling off the table.
Early 90s called Extreme Championship Wrestling.
And a shoulder tackle.
Crashed through tables all the time.
Straight out again, a shoulder tackle. And Angel is going up top.
A craze of wood being turned.
This might not be good. Might not be good for Danielle Elijah.
In order to win a tables match, a competitor must be the
And Angel looks to wait for Danielle Elijah.
table. We've also witnessed
And a crossbody that misses.
superstars crash through flaming tables. There are so many
A kick right to the chest.
to put their opponent through the table.
Right to the top of the torso.
Some matches start off as wild brawls and a table
Arm and elbow.
over the ring in the match's opening minutes. And others,
Russian leg sweep.
strategic about when they bring out a table because they know if they're not careful, momentum can be reversed and they could end up being the one.
Stepping on that arm.
Byron, you talked about strategy that involves a tables match. I was in WWE when the Dudley Boys came from ECW.
Kick to the back, but now able to move out of the way.
Thanks to Bubba and Devon.
Another kick to the leg.
It's also important to remember in a tables match.
Again, a kick to the leg, but this time by Angel.
Where the table is positioned.
It's an inverted
Is that you put your
knees to the back. And an inverted DDT.
Michael, but superstars have to be careful. They launch an attack that goes awry.
She's looking.
What is this? Picking her up. The Alabama slam.
Might be over, guys.
My gosh, the force of that slam just sends her head rattling into the ground. What is this? An Irish whip. And a drop kick, but not able to connect. Clothesline. Clothesline by Danielle Elijah. Sling blade.
She might have it.
What is this? DDT.
That has got to be it.
Angel being picked up.
You might want to turn away.
Be sent into that table. And sent through that table. Danielle Elijah picks up the victory. But what a performance by Angel. If we take a look at some of these highlights. Let's see. Face first.
For a reason, folks.
And there, face first.
She's taking care of
Again. Face first. But this Alabama slam rattling Danielle Elijah. DDT, the things that changed momentum of the match. Danielle Elijah picks up the victory here in EPW.
picking up the win here. I got a feeling we're going to be talking about her.
As we move on to our next matchup.
What an effort we saw here. Truly a great match.
And we are here for our next matchup. With Jessie Reed taking on Amy. Of course, the steel cage match. She will look up to pick up victory. As this woman makes her way to the ring, but she has to face Jessie Reed, who is the EPW Women's Champion. Obviously defeating Tony Oliver and defending it and defeating
The following contest is a steel cage
Dallas Lee, I think on multiple occasions, I think twice now.
Dallas, Texas. Amy.
So
It's now time for the steel cage match we've all been waiting for.
be interesting to see how this matchup goes as Amy makes her way to the ring. Then all we have to do is await our next star, which would be none other than Jessie Reed. And now, as we wait on Jessie Reed,
And her opponent from Kona, Hawaii.
this woman Jessie Reed, as you see there, the EPW Women's Champion, has a point to prove after losing, to over in GIW, losing to Excellence member Isabella Walker, who was also in action earlier tonight. And Jessie Reed, as you can see, that steel cage draped up the top. So Jessie Reed takes on Amy. What a task this is for Amy to take down Jessie Reed, who's been a force here at EPW.
Each of these competitors looks to gain momentum with a win tonight.
What is this? Straight out of the gate, Amy with on the receiving end of a knee to the back of the head. Yes.
Oh, what a slam.
Jessie Reed.
What a stomp. Good grief.
And Jessie Reed with the punch to the midsection.
What a strike. Things starting to go the other way for her. Wow. But you can bet she has plenty of fight in her.
You know, she's the kind of competitor that actually...
And right into that steel cage.
And this might
just falling down.
To put her over the top, believe it or not.
These women are so evenly matched at this point, guys. There's just no telling which one of them will walk out of here victorious.
And a kick to the side of the face. Jessie Reed on the receiving end of a Hurricanrana. Almost thought it was a power bomb. And a stomp to the back of the arm.
Extend your elbow.
And a moonsault. A beautiful moonsault, I might add, by Amy. What is this? Jessie Reed now. Picking her around and down. And into the pin.
Looks like she wants
1, 2. I think that was 2 count.
still in this one. Oh, and she gets out.
Punch to the midsection. And another Hurricanrana.
Oh, and she gets floored by that one.
Yeah, there's no staying on your feet after something like that.
And Amy looks to get that door open. Jessie Reed with a clothesline turning Amy inside out. And a spine buster.
She's able to get out of the way there.
And pushing away Jessie Reed.
Oh, man.
201 face breaker. According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors,
Jessie Reed now with an arm drag.
Rosie, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
Breaking the rules.
And a backbreaker by Amy to Jessie Reed.
Oh, this is not good at all. That'll have you walking funny. Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s to the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to include...
And a low blow
WWE steel
by Jessie Reed.
A superstar could win by pinfall.
That could change the whole momentum of this match. And now picking her up. And Jessie Reed just flattening Amy. This could be it. 1, 2. No, a kick out.
She's licking her.
Now Jessie Reed sets up for a finisher. What is this? Head first, planning her head first. I'll go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Jessie Reed picks up the victory. So, and then you can see that kick to the back. You can see that up. The end there, just head first.
Here is your winner, the bombshell,
You're looking at the winner of this one.
Jessie Reed, not too keen on the crowd. And that is all until this next, for this matchup anyway. Hey guys, and welcome to our main event of EPW. And so we are here with a submission match between Louise Bates and Louise Bates and Maria Wilson. So of course Maria Wilson making her debut, as well as Louise Bates also making her debut. So to see who will come out in this submission match, who will come out on top, will be interesting, as this match could be vital to their career here in EPW. Especially winning a debut match is always big. And to win a submission match, I mean, especially if you're not a submission specialist, would be something good. I mean, so to just kind of see where this match goes. But Louise Bates, of course, the sister of Amir Bates. So the sister of Amir Bates. So expect to see some similar wrestling styles, as they would have trained with each other before. So they would have trained with each other before. But now as Louise Bates makes her way to the ring. And of course, Isabella Walker picking up the debut earlier tonight against Isabella Walker picking up a win against Sarah Saber, and then Lily Ramirez making her debut as well.
Guys, we have two of WWE's most exciting superstars,
so
ready to square off.
See who will pick up the victory here. We've had 3 women so far make their debut. I think maybe 4. But 3 women make their debut here in EPW. So, big night here. Big night here if they're going to pick up a victory. Or big night here for the debut. And of course, the women's global assassination, with only 8 competitors compared to the men's having 16, that will be released. Of course, that will be, those matches will be announced. The match card will be announced, and as we get underway here, Maria Wilson in a lockup in the corner.
And guys, I've been looking
as the referee tries to get involved and break them up.
They're struggling for control right now.
Beautiful technique.
And into that arm, working on that arm. And now, as you can see, pushing her down. Maria Wilson able to get the upper hand in this chain wrestling here. These grapples. And now working on that hold. And now pulling on that arm.
When we talk about
submission
matches, we have
planning her.
one that in many people's eyes set the standard.
Maria Wilson in control.
13.
And now going for a kick to the back, but not able to connect.
With a brash star
And a couple of elbows in the side of the face.
This match
And a big boot turns Maria inside out. Maria rolls outside of the ring to get on her feet. And a rolling clothesline, jumping clothesline.
You mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as the special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open and in the ringside area.
Now, first submission match. From that leg, tying those legs, but no, they were letting her out.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business.
And a dragon screw by Maria.
Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are
and a headbutt.
And on the women's side, I think
and diving, looked like to go for a diving crossbody, but not able to connect.
Flair and
What's this? Picking her up.
Continuing to punish.
Wow, the strength.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing
and dropping her down.
A submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission
was this an Irish whip?
The use is a submission maneuver. In an I Quit
down.
match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent.
Chilwell face buster.
The overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission.
Got her up on the shoulders, spinning her around, and once again,
they enter this time
go for that move we seen earlier.
It doesn't mean they can't win.
Spinning her around,
applying a submission,
making her dizzy, but no, spinning her around the other way again. This will definitely make her dizzy.
Has to be careful of is if they have an injury or
and dropping her down. Maria Wilson looks to be a bit dizzy as well.
Your opponent is going to target that body part immediately.
And a kick right to the side of the head. An Irish whip. And a speedy.
Ooh, what impact. Boom, what impact. You gotta believe.
Now laughing at Louise Bates. Probably not the thing you want to do in this match.
I think that's why it's just as important.
And a leg drop.
To be able to reverse the submission.
But remember, no pins. Only submissions and an elbow.
When a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It also depends on the match. Some submission matches are based on winning via a submission move, and others involve a competitor having to use the specific submission they've chosen.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. Boom! Harsh impact.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Oh, man! Knee stop!
That'll ruin your leg.
Oh, what a combo! Hard landing there.
Nothing to worry about, just a little misstep on her part.
Ooh! And she drops her.
That was about as in your face as it gets.
And again, spinning her around and down, face first. Goes Louise Bates. Maria Wilson got all the control. And a kick. What is this? Spinning her around and face first, just planting her. Head first. And now working on an armbar. An armbar, but Maria Wilson able to power out of it. A couple punches to the face.
That was impressive.
Was this Louise Bates with the gut buster just lifting her up.
Uh-oh, look at this. You gotta believe this one's over. We're looking at complete domination here. This might be it. Oh, my.
Was this going up top?
One way or another.
Louise Bates. Maria Wilson catching her into a sharpshooter. This could be it. Maria Wilson not able to get out of it.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here. Harsh impact.
Now into the corner, face first. No, going for a kick, but able to catch it. Now Maria Wilson in the corner.
Byron, she has no idea where she is right now.
And I assure you, the top of that turnbuckle is not where you want to be when you're in this kind of condition. Neck breaker.
She's looking at it.
You spin her around and kick to the side of the face. You can get the submission in here. This may just be it.
What are they going to do here? Oh, the clover leaf!
Check out the torque on the back.
Must have been able to get to those ropes.
Oh, the clover leaf!
Check out the torque on the back.
And again,
What are they going to do here? Oh, the clover leaf!
lifting her up into that Boston Crab and that knee into the back.
What are they going to do here? Oh,
Nowhere to go.
Check out the torque on the back.
But able to turn it around and push her away.
out of it.
But she's still
But
struggling.
the impact that would have taken on the back, and what is this roll through? Lifting her up and a power bomb. Obviously, maybe trying to go for the pin, but then realizing there was no pinfalls.
What's going to happen now?
He's just grabbing the eyes and raking at the eyes. Raking at the face and pushing her away. A slap to the side of the face. Another slap.
Ooh, what impact.
Go for an elbow, but no. Kick to the midsection.
Type of assault. This may very well be the beginning of the end for her.
He's got her draped on those ropes.
Man, she's got to get herself together here.
When she's up, down, and round and a cutter.
Wow. Submission.
Now, a dragon sleeper.
He's not going to get a tap
And
here.
tapping Maria Wilson, having to tap out Louise Bates. Picks up the victory here in EPW. As we take a look at some of these highlights,
One of the most entertaining.
you can see just planting her.
She's taking care of business. I remember this part very well.
Now spinning around that cutter right there, just jumping off the ropes. And then here, Maria Wilson had no other option but having to tap out. And Louise Bates
Here is your winner, Louise.
picks up a victory here in EPW.
Having to dig down deep to pick up the win.
So that is all for this match, this night. Thanks for watching.
Was the only option here tonight.
Thanks for joining us here.